Hello YouTube, my name is Joe Wright and today we are talking about The Fly from 1986.
Don't be afraid.
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Help me. Please help me.
And why it is so horrifying. Now to be fair, most horror films, they don't really scare me. I've seen that many now, that most of them, they just don't scare me. And I've seen famous horror films like The Nightmare on Elm Street, The Exorcist, you name it, I've probably seen it. But sometimes you'll come across a horror film that's so horrifying that even if you're so used to horror films like me that most of them don't really scare you, you will come across one that still makes you feel like a little child. And one of those movies is The Fly. Jeff Goldblum stars as Seth Brundle as he creates a teleportation device. But a fly sneaks itself inside the teleportation device when he tests it for the first time. When he comes out, he seems normal. Throughout the course of the film, he discovers that he's got fly-like powers. He's like Spider-Man. He can climb on walls, run real fast. He's more energetic. But then, things start changing to his body. Things that aren't necessarily good.
Oh, that's disgusting.
The film also has some horrible, disgusting looking effects, and I mean that in the best way possible. They don't look bad in the sense that they look cheap, they look bad in the sense that they look real. When you see Jeff Goldblum turn into this hideous creature, it looks so real because of how good the practical effects in this film really are. This and the combination of imagining what it would be like to be Jeff in this film, turning into this creature, losing your mind in the process, becoming more of an animal rather than a human being. And with the gross effects mixed in, it just makes it feel all the more real. To me, this is more horrifying than a murder or a serial killer. The most horrifying scene in the film is when Jeff wants to put his girlfriend back in the teleportation device, who is also pregnant, in order to become more human, to become a single entity. He loves his wife so much and he's been fucked up because he's part fly now, that he wants to merge his disgusting fly body with his pregnant wife all in one single disgusting body. We don't get to see this happen, but just the thought of that actually happening and that actually becoming a thing, like, that really disturbed me when I watched this film. I was like, holy crap, I really don't want that to happen. And there's not that many horror films where I'm like, I hope that person doesn't die, I hope that person doesn't die. Most of the time when someone dies in a horror film, I'm just like, haha, that was kind of funny. Or be like, whoa, that was a bit scary. But in this film I was like, oh my god, don't let that happen. Do not let that bloody happen. And it doesn't happen, but like, that's what I was like watching this film. I was like, oh my god, I don't want that to happen. And not many films can make me do that. And because of these reasons, this is why I love this film. I love it in a weird way, because it really horrifies me, but I love it because it's one of the only films that actually does scare me. Like I've said, I've seen hundreds of horror films now, but not many really do scare me, you know. I mean, a lot of horror films are gory, but when someone dies, they just die and that's it. What I find more horrifying is the after effects. You don't just die, you become something else, you become something hideous, disgusting, and that's far worse. Anyway, if you see The Fly 1986 version, go watch it. It's a terrifying film and you'll love it. Well, you won't love it, but you get the drift. you'll be scared of this film because it is a horrifying masterpiece of a horror film directed by David Cronenberg, the one who created The Thing, and we all know how good The Thing is. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed the review. My name is Joe Wright, and I'll see you later.